Well guys, it seems the media attack dogs are out in force with this reported Channel 4 Dispatches programme set to apparently expose a bunch of comedians for a range of things, including some criminal acts. This has been rumoured for a few days now, but with Russell Brand's video talking about communications he's actually received from the media, it's now become public knowledge, with the programme due to air tonight. In fact, here's a clip of Russell Brand's videos for those of you who haven't seen it.
I've received two extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email, one from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper, listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff like my community festival should be stopped, that I shouldn't be able to attack mainstream media narratives on this channel. But amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies, and as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent. And I'm being transparent about it now as well. And to see that transparency metastasized into something criminal that I absolutely deny makes me question, is there another agenda at play? Particularly when we've seen coordinated media attacks before, like with Joe Rogan when he dared to take a medicine that the mainstream media didn't approve of, and we saw a spate of headlines from media outlets across the world using the same language. I'm aware that you guys have been saying in the comments for a while, watch out Russell, they're coming for you, you're getting too close to the truth, Russell Brand did not kill himself. I know that a year ago there was a spate of articles, Russell Brand's a conspiracy theorist, Russell Brand's right wing. I'm aware of news media making phone calls, sending letters to people I know for ages and ages. It's been clear to me, or at least it feels to me, like there's a serious and concerted agenda to control these kind of spaces and these kind of voices. And I mean my voice along with your voice.
So there you heard him talking about accusations but not actually giving details, though let's be honest, based on what he said, it sounds like some 10 or 15 year later Me Too type thing. This is hardly uncommon these days, and certainly when it comes to former mainstream media personalities who now call out the media, which obviously Russell Brand does. Of course, Russell Brand openly admits he was a bit of a slag years ago, and being famous as he is, I expect little filth bags threw themselves at him with fannies open. And yes, he could have done something wrong during all that, of course, but if this turns out to be some Me Too bollocks, I've got to say I'll struggle to believe it from the start. And this I actually say as someone who's never really liked Russell Brand to begin with. In fact, before he started speaking out on YouTube, I thought he was a BBC and TV halfwit. To me, he was no different to any other tosspot on TV. Of course, it must be said that him going against the mainstream now would explain this media attack that we're seeing, even if it is against various comedians and not just him. As you heard in the video he mentioned them trying to shut down his public events and YouTube channel because he keeps calling them out. So this being a targeted attack on him because of that is highly likely, if not bloody certain. The media do have form in this area, as he points out, relating to Joe Rogan, but the same happened to Sargon of Akkad, Count Dankula, and literally anyone else who goes against their narrative. Shit, The Guardian smeared me and various other pro-Brexit YouTube channels in 2019, so we know it's a well-used tactic, and Channel 4 are no different there. They are, after all, famous for the So You're Saying interview with Kathy Newman and Jordan Peterson, so I've got to say, until I see evidence of what they claim, I just ain't bloody buying it.
I ain't fucking buying that.
And yeah, when I say evidence, I don't mean some groupie who 20 years later decided him going balls deep on her wasn't consensual. That ain't evidence, it's you admitting you're a tart with an axe to grind years later who's now being used by the media horse to push an agenda. So to wrap it up, I don't believe any of this against any comedian until I see actual evidence to back that up, and it's not because I trust people like Russell Brand, but simply because I don't trust the media, and let's be honest, can you blame me at this point?
Pandemic.
We're all